everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be working on some slip casting stuff. So here I'm just showing you my setup for when I get a new batch of slip. So it comes in this box and in this bag. Slip is very heavy, so it can be kind of hard to handle sometimes. So what I do is I snip the little corner off and then I very carefully dump it into my sieve. And the reason why I use a sieve is to make sure I get all of the smaller little bits of dirt and sand and all that good stuff. So I just want to make sure my slip is nice and smooth and clean as possible. And it's really hard to see, but you see all that nastiness, and that's what we don't want, and that's why we sieve. And now we are gonna take our mold, and this is the mold I'm gonna be using, and we're gonna wipe it out to make sure it's nice and clean and ready to pour. And now we are ready to get the slip ready. You have to stir it up to make sure it's nice and smooth so it all goes in at an even layer in your mold so it's not all clumpy. And once you're done stirring up your slip, now you want to make sure when you pour it into your mold to go as smooth and as constant as possible, because if you stop and start, it can create ridges in your mold, and we don't want that. So once you get it all nice and poured up to the very tip top, you're going to tap the side of the mold to get all the air bubbles out, and then you're going to let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. Then after that 15 to 30 minutes, dump it out. And then let it sit for another 24 hours to let the slip harden to the leather hard stage. So then it'll make a cast of what the mold is. So now it is time to demold it. So what the first thing you're gonna do is get all the excess off the top of your mold. And you can save all this and put it in your reclaim bucket so you can make it into new slip later. So everything that you cut off your molds, you're gonna wanna make sure you save. And when demolding, you want to be as gentle as possible because this is the scary part where things can break. Ta-da! Now I'm going to take my knife and my sponge and I'm going to trim off all the extra slip that is on this mold. So where it was poured and the ridges of the mold to make it nice and smooth. This part of the process is very time consuming and tedious, so don't get discouraged, just keep on doing your thing and be very patient because it will take forever, but the smoother it is, the better it'll look when it is all fired and ready. Okay, let's get started on the underglaze. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint 3 layers of underglaze and let it dry. And now we're gonna carve into the mug. The really cool thing about underglaze is you paint it on while the pot is still green, so before the bisque fire, so you can carve through the underglaze to expose the green clay. And we're done! I am so happy how it turned out. I think this carving technique looks so cute on this shape of mug. And if you would like to see this mug finished and fired, you'll have to come back for my very first kiln unloading in the future. Thank you for checking out this video and my YouTube channel, and I hope you learned a little something about slip casting, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later!